Welcome back to my channel where we break down the hidden truths about money, success, and building wealth that schools never teach you. Today, we're uncovering one of the most misunderstood secrets in finance: compounding. Why does it feel painfully slow in the beginning, yet suddenly unstoppable later on? And what does the mysterious 7-5-3-1 rule have to do with unlocking that exponential growth? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why most people quit before the magic happens, and how you can use this rule to make time your greatest ally in building wealth. 1. The illusion of slowness. Compounding is often called the eighth wonder of the world. But here's the thing, in the beginning, it doesn't feel wonderful at all. Imagine planting a tree. For the first few years, it barely grows taller than a fence post. You water it, care for it, and wonder if it's even worth the effort. But what you can't see are the roots, digging deep, preparing for explosive growth later on. Compounding works the same way. The early years are all about planting seeds. You invest $1,000 and make 7% interest. That's just $70 in a year. Barely enough for dinner out. But here's the trap. Most people seed it and quit, thinking it's not worth their time. What they miss is that compounding is slow, until it isn't. 2. The power curve. Compounding follows what's called an exponential curve. That means for the first half of the journey, results look flat and boring. All the exciting growth comes in the second half. Let's put numbers to it. If you invest $10,000 at 10% annual growth, here's what happens. Year 1, $11,000. Year 5, $16,105. Year 10, $25,937. Year 20, $67,275. Year 30, $174,494. Notice the magic. In the first 10 years, your money more than doubles. But in the next 10 years, it almost triples. And in the third decade, it multiplies by nearly 7 times. It's not the first decade that makes you rich. It's the patience to get through the first decade that unlocks decades 2 and 3. 3. Why most people quit too early. The biggest reason most people never get rich through compounding is simple: they give up too soon. They look at year 1, year 2, year 3, and say, this is too slow. They want instant results. But wealth isn't built in a microwave, it's built in a slow cooker. And here's the hard truth: compounding only works for those who wait. The person who invests for 30 years will almost always beat the person who invests for 10 years, even if that second person puts in more money up front. Time, not timing, is the real wealth engine. 4. The 7-5-3-1 rule. This brings us to the 7-5-3-1 rule. It's a simple mental model that explains why compounding feels slow until it suddenly doesn't. Here's how it works. 7 years. That's how long it takes, on average, for money to double at 10% growth. 5 doubles equals $1 becomes $32. Stay invested long enough, and 5 doubling cycles turn $1 into $32. 3 decades equals the sweet spot. It takes around 30 years for compounding to feel life-changing. That's when the curve starts to explode upward. One decision. It all starts with one decision: to keep your money invested and not quit when it feels slow. The 7-5-3-1 rule shows us that compounding is about patience, not speed. The magic doesn't happen in year 1, 2, or even 5. It happens after decades of staying the course. 5. A tale of two investors. Let's bring this to life with a story. Investor A starts investing at age 25. She puts $500 a month into an index fund and never stops. Investor B waits until age 35 to start, but contributes twice as much, $1,000 a month. By the time they're 65, Investor A has about $1.5 million. Investor B, despite contributing double, only has around $1.2 million. Why? Because Investor A gave compounding more time to work its magic. She let the 7-5-3-1 rule unfold. 6. Why compounding feels like nothing's happening. Here's the psychological problem. In the first 7 years, compounding only doubles your money once. If you invest $10,000, you only get to $20,000 in that time. That doesn't feel life-changing. But by year 35, that same money has doubled 5 times. Suddenly, it's $320,000. Same process, but the results feel explosive. The reason it feels slow is because your brain isn't wired for exponential growth. We think linearly, step by step, dollar by dollar. Compounding doesn't work that way. It's step, 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 and then giant leaps. 7. The hidden secret of patience. The difference between the wealthy and everyone else isn't intelligence, it's patience. Wealthy people know that time is the real asset. They allow their money to sit, grow, and double over decades, while others cash out too early. The 7-5-3-1 rule reminds us, if you give compounding enough time, the results will look impossible to everyone else. 8. Practical steps to apply the 7-5-3-1 rule. So how can you use this rule in your own life? Start early. Every year you wait costs you a double. Stay consistent. Automate contributions so you don't stop when it feels slow. Think long term. Don't panic when markets dip. The dips are part of the compounding journey. Visualize the curve. Remind yourself that growth looks boring before it looks explosive. 9. The final lesson. Compounding is like a magic trick that works in slow motion. The first half is invisible, the second half is unbelievable. The 7-5-3-1 rule is your reminder that the path to wealth isn't about chasing quick wins. It's about staying in the game long enough for the magic to kick in. Most people never get there because they quit at year 5, 10, or 15. But those who wait until year 30, they change their family tree forever. And that's why compounding feels slow, until the 7-5-3-1 rule kicks in. If you take anything away from this video, let it be this. Time is your greatest ally, but only if you let it work for you. So the next time you feel like your investments aren't growing fast enough, remember, you're still planting roots. The explosive growth is coming. If you found value in this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe for more money insights, and share this video with someone who needs a reminder not to give up too soon. Thanks for watching.